I
BRB,
think
I'm gonna
so.
plug in my Ethernet. Oh wait, it's coming back. What the hell? Oh, it's back. That's weird. Okay, well, stream's live again now. Refresh the page.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't even do anything. That's odd.
Okay.
Weird. Yeah.
But bring anything else for chapter 20 that you guys
Chapter
have?
20. Oh yeah, I was like, Zayden said, "Get cultured, bitch. Time to learn how to tie knots."
Yeah.
Yeah, and she
I was like,
what did
I
you
felt
think
like
it
that
was
was gonna
for?
like be a thing about. I thought that was gonna be like their code or something when
That's what
he
I
first
was
gave that to her, and then they
assuming.
never talked about it ever again. And I was like, okay,
But to be fair, they might talk about it again.
yeah.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
they'll just
we're
randomly
only
bring
halfway.
it up 300
3
pages later, be like, like, yeah, and remember the knots? And everybody's gonna be like, what? The knots you mentioned?
She's like, oh yeah, I've been practicing this whole time.
I'm a
it's gonna come
master
in.
knot maker.
It might like come in clutch like once in the later chapter. It's like, remember when we told her that she was gonna learn how to tie knots? Well, lo and
She's
behold.
gonna need to tie one of those knots to save their lives or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Violet, do the cross handle knot. Get a real Boy Scouts with it.
I don't know if
You're
it's
right.
all the I personally don't read Omegaverse, but every time I read the word not,
Triggered.
I do get triggered.
I think I've just erased what Omegaverse is from my mind. I actually don't remember what it is anymore. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Don't you shouldn't. I think whatever you're at right now is a happy spot.
Yeah, I think like TikTok
better off
explained a
not
lot of
knowing.
it to me, and then I just deleted it from my memory.
Good.
Good.
I always think of that TikTok of when everybody was doing the Mary holding Jesus, but you like green screen your face onto Jesus, and it was just this kid explaining Omegaverse.
Jesus.
Jesus is like holding, yeah.
Oh, you're so strong. You're so strong, Jesus.
Oh my god. Chapter 21.
Once again, this made me angry at Dane. Dane being an asshole as always.
Is this the one where they kind of talk about the cultural erasure to like make Navarre?
No, it's when Dane calls her out to fight, like literally on the mat.
Yeah, at first I thought it was him being a baby and like just challenging her, just like beat the shit out of her. But then I was like, all right, he's actually being like sneaky about trying to like talk to her, I guess. So I kind of understand.
It was like his only way to have a conversation.
Yeah, because she was really saying like, "Go fuck yourself. I'm not talking to you." So that was the only way he could get her. It gives me like the vibes of like, let's say you block someone, but then like it was like a story where someone like broke up with their ex and then like blocked them on everything, and then the ex, like the only way that the ex would speak to them was like through Venmo, so they would like Venmo them a cent and then write a message in there. I'm like, yo, that's some desperate shit. But
that's
anyway.
literally what I was thinking. It's like you're just hitting them up on Venmo.
Yeah, literally. But I wrote
you find their LinkedIn and DM them.
Yeah.
I was like, did anyone else hear what he was saying? Because even if they were like whispering, number one, that's very suspicious. Like everyone else on the mat or watching the thing, like the fight, would be like, what is he talking to her about? And then he just like dropped a bombshell about her, Violet's mom being the one to give the punishment to Zayden. And then I wrote, big if true.
Wait.
So I wasn't sure.
And then we never
never
about it again.
talk about it again.
Once again, I thought she knew that, or for some reason, am I bugging?
No,
did I just make an assumption?
I thought someone told her that her mom wasn't present during that or something, or her mom wasn't there when they made all the children get conscripted or something. Like,
yeah, she wasn't there. Yeah, for sure. They said she wasn't there for the executions, and she didn't support the forced conscription.
Okay, but she's gonna.
But for some reason, I don't know why I thought that Violet. I thought Zayden had told her that her mom was going to die, but I guess I was wrong.
I don't think so. I don't think we knew that. But I was very confused. I was like, interesting. I don't. Yeah, that's I wrote big if true.
I am surprised that her mom did that. I thought I would have for sure thought it was Melgren. I guess.
Yeah, me too. Because like she said, no, I don't want to
order.
That's true, and it could be one of those things because like her mom definitely is like not a bad guy, at least not compared to like a lot of the other people in like the higher up military. but it could be like they just wanted to kill him too, and like that was like the compromise solution too, like her version of like not just executing the kids too, maybe part of like a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it just doesn't seem like on brand. The woman who's like, no, I don't want to watch this conscription. I don't agree with killing these kids' parents in front of them, but let me beat his ass and like let me whip him like 300 or whatever. Like that doesn't seem like something she would do
Yeah.
unless she's
My thought was that it's like the compromise of not like just killing them.
Yeah, Melgren probably wanted to do just like straight up outright kill all the kids, but she was like, no, we can't do that. So I think the compromise probably like conscripting them, and then also Xaden having to get whipped a bunch of times.
Maybe Varys was the one, or like someone higher up was one that made her like whip him. Like,
and I think they probably made her mom do it because she was against like conscription and all that other stuff. And they're like, you got to prove you're with us by doing this as a compromise. I wouldn't be surprised if Melgren made her do that or some shit.
Yeah. Well, we only had a chance to see Melgren once, and that was at like the party, right? In the last book.
Yes.
In person.
He was at like the right before they had to fly off to Resin and all that. Or Athabine.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of vibes he's giving. I don't know if he's like meaner than Varish or better.
He's the vibe I got from him is like he'll smile and stab you.
Yeah,
Varish is just like angry. Yeah. Like Melgren seems very like more calculated evil than Varish, who's just like a brute.
Yeah.
At the end of 21, I wrote, why would the author say that Eric knows about like the thing and then just cut away? Because in the next chapter it's just like, and then we woke up to eat breakfast. I'm like, huh? What? Like you're gonna drop that?
Too.
Yeah.
I was like, I hate when she just like leaves things like this, and then the next chapter is totally unrelated, and like this. I was like, oh, this book is so interested in trust, but I don't trust this fucking author enough to believe that she's actually gonna explain this ever.
Yeah, agreed. Same thing happened in Fourth Wing all the time.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, dude. Some of the chapter changes are so jarring. Like they'll just do a truth bomb and then they're eating like lunch or something. The next page, it's crazy.
Like imagine adapting this to a TV show, right? And you do maybe 3 chapters per episode.
That's why I think it might actually be beneficial that it's getting turned to TV, because I think they should fix it.
Yeah,
like fix the issues in TV format.
Imagine the episode ended with that bombshell from Eric, and then the next episode starts with a dream. Like what?
I'd be like, did I miss one?
I remember Fourth Wing, I kept rereading the page before, thinking like, what happened?
That was like
Jujutsu
Kaisen.
Did I like open turn 2 pages by accident or something? And I'm like, no, I guess that's it. But in Iron Flame, I got so used to it, I'm just like, okay, we're eating lunch now.
No, whatever. It's Rebecca Yarros' fault.
But I mean, wouldn't her editor say something? Like, that's kind of jarring. Like very jarring.
Apparently not.
I don't think.
I mean, the books are popular, so I think they like it like this.
There's a lot in this book that I feel could benefit from an editor, but that didn't stop it from being published how it is. So
yeah,
here we are.
And I will mind, she wanted to make this 2 full-length books. Iron Flame, by the way.
Oh, so she's literally like squishing long. Is it because she wanted the series to be like 4 books because that's like a nice even number versus 5 books?
I'm not sure her reasoning, but I was like reading about Iron Flame, and apparently it was her original intention was to do 2 full-length books, but her company made her condense it into 1.
Publishers, damn.
I mean,
but also like what? If this was 2 whole 500-page books, like what would we be talking about all the
time?
More lines,
more dialogue.
More lines.
It doesn't need to be
her joints still being weak.
Yep.
Just her
Her
being
being
mad
very
at Zayden for
small.
600 pages.
Yep.
I will say, if I had to deal with 2 books of her being mad at Zayden, I think I would drop the book too.
Yeah, I'm glad they like. I know this is skipping ahead, but I'm glad they made up like now because I was wondering. I'm like, oh, like I don't know how many chapters in this book. I forget, but I'm like, I wonder like if they're gonna come around together at the end or like middle or now. But now we know.
Wait, what do you guys,
Yeah.
because I wasn't there for the first book club. What do you guys feel about Violet's reaction to Zayden like lying to her?
We
Like
were
it,
so like
It's annoying.
flabbergasted.
Yeah.
It was so annoying.
okay, I'm just like wondering. I was like, am I being like a bad person to like to not understand why she's so mad? Like I get it to an extent, but like, oh my god, girl, like get it
Yeah.
together.
No,
Literally.
she's just. We were all saying that she's just so unrealistic. Like he's the
Yeah.
leader of a rebellion. Of course, he's gonna keep secrets. That's how the
And also
rebellion
just
survives.
like a human person. Like people just don't tell you everything about their
Yeah.
lives upon meeting immediately.
Especially to the daughter of one of the generals of the military
Yeah, she
trying to
can't
topple.
shield and like
Yeah, like especially the point like he keeps telling her she can't shield, he can't do it because she's a liability.
Mhm.
And I'm like, it's so frustrating. I'm so happy that they're kind of like okay
Mhm.
now.
Yeah, I'm honestly
Yeah.
impressed Aiden didn't drop her immediately because
Yeah.
that would have made me like, okay, sorry, we can't.
he's
This
such a
relationship
fucking
is
simp for her. He literally would do anything. He
Yeah.
doesn't care.
But at the same time, I still don't understand like his attraction to her. Well, other than her
Yeah.
being quote unquote clever, which we didn't get to see too much, as we said before. But I'm like, dang, like I think you need to
No,
reevaluate.
because she's so hot, man, guys. She's so
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
hot.
you're the
Like
way
he
that
just
she
loves her
feels.
body, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
her
god,
hair.
her hair, yeah.
and
And
her
her
hair. I will
Like, there's
say having like the little bit like the section of white hair is cool as fuck though. I
Mhm.
get
that is
it.
pretty cool.
It's cool.
It is cool. I'm not saying she isn't cool. I'm saying like, why her though? And why not Catriona? Like Catriona
We're
showed
gonna get
more
there, I
like
guess.
personality in
Yeah,
like 5 pages.
I'm just hoping they do explain a little bit more Zayden's perspective because I don't get it either. But to be fair, I also don't get why Violet was so head over heels over Zayden in the beginning. So
Because he was tall, dark, and
Well,
handsome, and
That's
yeah,
true.
tall,
dangerous.
dark, and
So
handsome.
hot. She
Dated
literally couldn't
him.
control
with
her thoughts
with
because he was so hot.
his indecently toned form.
Toned
Yeah,
arms.
indecently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was
yeah,
like
I
so
get
horny that she couldn't think.
I guess
I get
they're just
yeah.
like just mega horny 21, 22, 23-year-olds. And that they only think with their horniness, I guess.
Which is kind of on brand. And
That's
I
true.
see
College kids get messy, so this makes sense.
I get more why Violet likes Zayden because I also like Zayden. I
Mhm.
think he's a good character. I just don't know why Zayden likes Violet
Yeah.
because I don't like Violet.
Yeah.
I could see why he would like Violet. She's kind of crazy
Yeah.
too. Like
Well, she
she low-key kind of crazy. And
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
Zayden's into that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He likes dangerous girls.
He's like, violence.
Yeah, like he calls her
Violent,
Violet.
yeah.
Like he likes a little crazy for sure.
Mm-hmm.
No, agreed, you're
I
right.
think Catriona was probably too like stable for him. Like he needed a little crazy in his life.
Too stable.
Yeah, I want to hear the beef or just the drama, the tea.
Yeah, me
Mhm.
too.
I don't have anything for 22. Was that just the whole dream sequence?
No, I think
Oh, it's short.
let me see.
I saw finally letting her in Arya Zayden is what I wrote. I don't know what that's referring to. Oh, and then at the end of 22, they get kidnapped.
Yes. Yeah,
Oh
that was
yeah,
that
that's
was
what
cool.
happens.
I like that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, so
That
then
whole
23. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 23 is when they get interrogated. I didn't know much about this part because how they say that they beat up their cadets and even sometimes kill them. I'm just like in my head also thinking, isn't it kind of a waste of resources to kill your dragon
100%.
riders?
100%.
Yeah,
But
well, I
Like,
think we
college
talked
is a
about
waste
that
of
last time.
resources.
I think we've fully established that they just are terrible military. Like their practices are crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
like
think
that's
like it's kind of like like Violet mentioned, like it's not it's supposed to make sense. It's like to really just fuck you up mentally so that you're ready to see your friends die in action. Like they just do,
Well,
which
I
I
feel
think there
like
could be a more efficient way about doing it rather
yeah,
than just killing your military
Yeah.
basically during training. But
it's just so insane.
Survival of the
Like,
fittest, you guys.
but at the same, I reading this
bro,
whole
they
this
only
whole
want
chapter.
alphas. They only want alphas in the in the rider quadrant.
Alphas only.
Yeah, it's just so it was so insane to me. I'm like, you beat each other up.
Yeah,
Like,
I
where
will say like like killing them in interrogation is insane. Like, cause I kind of get the what was it like the course, like people dying on that like obstacle course. That one kind of made more sense to me than killing them in interrogation where you have control over whether they
Right.
die.
Yeah.
The gauntlet made more sense. I mean, it didn't make complete sense, but the
Oh,
gauntlet made
100.
more sense to me because you
And
kind
also
of
it's
need
kind
to
of like it's kind of like threshing in a way too, where it's like it is supposed to weed out the weaker, unlucky candidates. But this one doesn't make any sense.
It's any sense.
I guess
Yeah.
I guess it's also supposed to weed out people who are like bitches, but like still
The thing is,
stupid.
the thing is that you can still be a bitch even if you've like passed the course. You don't never know. Like you can be super wounded when you're caught and
That's
then just
true.
give up because you're already super wounded. I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me. But
I mean, there's a lot of things in this book that don't
Yeah.
make sense.
yeah.
I liked how the
But then it ends.
professor says you can get the patches, like which is like a little achievement trophies if you like do stuff, like a Boy Scout thing.
Oh yeah,
Those are cute.
I like I like Boy Scout patches. That's a nice touch.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
funny.
If I was in the riot quadrant, bro, I'm getting all the patches.
Well, I'm glad they didn't fucking drink the water because immediately I was like, "Don't fucking drink that." They
Yeah.
did this
Yeah,
last time.
yeah.
See,
When
they
they
were
were
smart
all
this time.
willing,
So
about to
close.
drink it, I was like, "Yo, y'all didn't learn your lesson yet." Like, thank
Because,
God,
like,
Violet was smart for once.
You're right.
but not
she
until
was.
like the last second. I was like, "That's the first thing I thought when they gave them food."
Yeah.
I was like, "Don't eat and don't drink."
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
very
eat, drink.
suspicious.
Everyone, that's like the one rule about it, especially you're in an interrogation. Like,
Yeah.
why
and
would
then
you
the
not question that the food is like even like has any like they haven't tampered with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the professor was being suspiciously nice. She's like, they're like, okay, yeah, so we're gonna start when I come back, and here's some food, and just so you know, like, blah blah blah. And I'm like,
Its
I ain't
room is
trusting
safe.
anything.
I'm like, nothing's safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's all I had.
they explained that they're gonna try to trick them too. So I'm like, how are you guys just like willingly eating this? About to willingly eat this food?
They're 21-year-old horny,
Horny and
21-year
hungry.
horny, hungry.
Horny and hungry, the only two feelings that any of them have.
And thirsty.
And
Definitely
thirsty.
for the hungry.
Yeah.
That's all of the three of them can like.
But I will
experience.
say, it is nice that their group has someone like Violet who just like knows all about these herbs and shit. She knows about milk thistle, bro. Like,
No,
He's never getting a hangover.
Let's see.
Um,
And then the end of the chapter.
Yeah.
They bring
and
in Dane.
bringing in Dane.
Dane.
When I saw his name, I got mad again.
Yeah. But he he proved us wrong.
Yeah, he won some points back.
Yeah,
points
in
back.
24, I literally wrote, "Wow, maybe Dane isn't completely shit."
Because he's a rule follower, but for the benefit and the not benefit of the group. Like he at least is consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, like like he just wants to follow rules. Like he is like just like a golden child. He just wants to make his daddy proud, even though his daddy's a bitch.
The biggest bitch.
Mm.
Even goes behind Violet's mom's.
Yeah, it's insane
back.
to me
Yeah.
that these adults are just beefing with these 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, don't they have
It's
anything better to
insane
do?
to me. That's what I was saying. Like, aren't these people like in their 40s or 50s or something, and
Yeah.
they're just like trying to murder these kids? Like,
I mean, that's real boomer
Sometimes
activity
it's
for real,
healing.
though.
Yeah. I mean,
Accurate.
we remember there were some of our teachers that were actively beefing with us in high school. Granted, we deserved it sometimes, but
But like
guess-
with this,
I guess in their
they-
eyes too, they think they're traitors and shit like that.
Mhm.
So
But also, it's like, why? Like, why do they have to be assassinating them? Like they're the military. Like can't they just kidnap them and kill them? Like
I guess because they don't have real proof yet,
No.
so they're just trying to get rid of them.
Yeah, there's no concrete
so
proof.
like I don't think that they care about that.
Yeah, they don't care about
This
the
is the
rules. They
correct
don't care about
military
due
government.
process.
I think with Violet specifically too, it's because her mom is technically
Yeah.
even like the boss. So like he can't just without concrete proof do anything to her.
Mhm.
Like at least outright.
That's true. She got some protection there from her
But
mom.
also, does her mom not hear about them almost getting assassinated like every other day? Like I'm confused by this.
No, her
I
mom
think
didn't
what
know,
Violet
right?
said was doesn't care. Like if she knows, she doesn't care.
Yeah, true. Her mom is like alphas only in this family too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No beta bitches in the Soren Gale line.
Yeah. So I kind of feel Violet. Like, yeah, maybe she doesn't know, but even if she knows, she wouldn't
She
do anything
probably
about
doesn't
it.
care. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to learn more about her mom because
Mhm.
I feel like they keep hinting that she's like there's more to her, but like they never ever talk about it really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there are just so many more characters that I'm interested in seeing their perspectives than freaking Violet and her war
Yeah.
with forgiving Xaden for the fifth time or something.
I wish this
Yeah.
book was written in Zayden's perspective.
Maybe we'll get
Yeah.
I
some
feel like
bonus
I would be
chapters
less
again.
annoyed.
Yeah.
I think a chapter or two at the end are Satan's perspective again.
Oh, okay,
Because I
Similar
was
to
when
like
I
the
was
bonus
like,
chapters from
yeah,
one.
but not bonus chapters. When I was like just like flipping through, I saw his like name as the like that like
Okay.
subtitle
Yeah.
in some chapter, I think,
Mhm.
towards the end. So
Okay.
maybe we
Okay.
get a
Cool.
second of Xaden, but I don't think very much.
All right.
At least
Chapter
at the end of-
25. I wrote for the second time. Fuck Jack Barlow, because this is when they reintroduced him.
Yeah, they brought him back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
But
I
even
s-
before Jack
yes.
Barlow got brought back, they went into the class and someone spread in the word, bro. Someone put the fucking put
Yeah, who's
in
doing
the
that?
secrets on
Yeah.
blast.
I wonder
I'm
who's
so
I wonder
doing
curious
it.
who
who
it
did
is.
it.
Yeah, I hope they
Who
reveal
Yeah.
it.
who did it? I'm wondering. This kind of is jumping a little bit. If it actually was even like the teacher, because you know there's apparently they all love Violet and Xaden. Like Violet and Xaden are like all their favorites apparently. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and at the end of the previous chapter when Nolan like helps them escape. Like
Oh, wait,
the
Oh, yeah,
what was
Nolan
the
unlocked
dagger?
the
I didn't
window.
understand.
he left it like part of it unlocked or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that Violet's dagger interacted with the final door?
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Yes.
words.
I didn't understand that part. Did she just like
I think it was
the
magic.
material the
Tap it?
daggers are made out of are made with the same material as the ward, so I'm assuming it's like that's why, because it could, I guess,
Yeah.
interact with wards or something
And
like
she
that.
has
because
one
it's
of
same-
those special daggers with the alloy in it that
Yeah, so
everybody else doesn't have.
Yeah.
And
did
she's
she
like
just
not really
tap
supposed to have.
the because I thought it was a lock. Did she just tap
No,
the lock?
it was like a warded lock.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So when
Also-
she like tapped the
I was gonna
it
Yeah,
say.
fell
so
apart?
and it makes sense that I like, because I think normally only like the really high up people have daggers like that.
Because they probably
for,
know
like-
about the wyvern, right?
Yeah, so that's probably why, like, that would make sense to me that like super special prisons would only be able to be unlocked with like something that only higher ups can essentially unlock.
But isn't it sus to the professor? Because the professor mentioned no one's escaped in like 10 years. Like no one's been able to get the patch. So like if they know that the
That's
final
what
door is
I'm
warded, like
wondering.
don't you know that someone unwarded the door to get out? Like, huh?
That's what I thought too. I was like, does no one? But again, I'm sure. Yeah, I don't know
I
if
mean,
Yarros was thinking.
It's possible that someone has a signet related to wards or undoing wards
I guess so.
or something like
But
that.
don't they? But don't they know all of the people's interrogate? Because none of them have. They should know all their signets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it's not like they
Theoretically.
can have two signets.
Y-
So
Yeah.
Yeah, and it did confuse me too that no one really questioned how they got out. Like,
I thought they made a
if you-
comment in the next chapter that they were like raising the rooms to figure out how they did it.
yeah, I think they're still maybe I guess
Mhm.
they're investigating, and
Yeah.
because they're confused too.
Then maybe don't
Yeah.
advertise that it's a patch that you can escape. Like maybe just don't advertise that escaping is an option, you know?
Yeah.
But I guess it makes sense. That is like a
Yeah.
challenge, right? That's like the bonus. Like if you manage to escape, then like you passed.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah,
know.
because it's even better than surviving an interrogation is like not even getting interrogated at all,
Yep.
basically.
Mm-hmm.
But then right
See.
after they got all those pamphlets and they like he gaslit everyone into thinking it was a test or something. They fucking bring back Jack Barlow, this bitch.
Damn.
Yeah, I hope they explain why. So going back on what we were discussing earlier, or like I hope they discuss why they brought this dude back and literally not any other person that has died so far in this book.
Yeah, like what's so special
Yeah.
about him? A part of me thought, at least at the time, it was like Varish wanted him back
I
because
think
he
that's
like
what it was though. I think because Varish knew
yeah,
that Barlow was like bullying Violet, so he's like, "Oh,
and
let me bring this bully back," and then he made
that's what
Nolan
I'm
do all
thinking.
that stuff.
Because I think he sees a kindred spirit in like OG Barlow. Like before, I guess he's a nice guy now, but
Maybe.
or something.
Here's my thing.
Maybe.
Violet has had so many bullies. Why specifically
Yeah.
Jack Barlow?
Yeah.
Why not?
That's
Wasn't
exactly what I was thinking.
But also like I think he probably it probably is also just like a kindred spirit thing because like Barlow's signet too was specifically just for inflicting pain. Remember, so it's also
was his
useful for
signet?
interrogations. He
Mm.
can channel energy into your body that just gives you excruciating pain.
I
Yeah,
guess
I
that
guess,
makes sense,
but like it's a
who's
lot of
the-
effort to put in. Although I
Yeah,
mean,
Yeah.
it's
I don't know if
possible
the
that they just wanted to test also this theory of
yeah
putting someone back together, but like why use Jack specifically didn't really make sense to me because he didn't seem like that like important of a writer. But
Mhm.
I don't know.
I also didn't think he was that important, but maybe he was. I mean, he technically was one of the stronger riders in their year.
Was he? Because like after
Yeah.
the threshing, I remember he when Violet gets Tarn and he gets
Yeah.
the small
Mhm.
dagger tail, right? He kind of like
Mhm.
goes down on the food of
Yeah.
command, like a food chain.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
he like tried to
he
kill
goes down in
Anna,
comparison
being
to
punished.
Violet, but I think like in terms of the riders themselves, he's relatively higher ranked because he's just strong and good at fighting, which is like a lot of it. And his signet
Yeah.
is like kind of evil, like, and I think it just matches up with like Varish's like interests.
So did
Yeah.
he act? I guess my question to the book, and I hope they answer it, is did he die and then Nolan brought him back to life?
Maybe he was
Or
just like a
did they just bring him?
severely injured.
Yeah,
Because I don't
did they
think you
bring him back to the
can bring
brink?
him back to life. I don't remember. He's a mender, right? Nolan's a mender.
He's a
Mhm.
Yeah.
mender, yeah. So he's like Brennan, but yeah, I'm assuming he didn't fully, because but like, how do you survive getting crushed by rocks?
Because then my question will be,
That's
why
everybody's
couldn't
question.
Brennan mend his lover if Nolan could mend this guy from being super crushed by rocks?
But also Nolan
The
is
other
like
guy wasn't a mender.
super experienced, I guess, and he
Nolan?
was trained.
I mean,
Yeah.
Brennan?
No, Nolan. I
Uh,
think maybe Nolan has like more
uh,
expertise and like he's able to, but
That's
like
true.
obviously he's being pushed to his fucking limit. Like this guy might crumple.
And
Mhm.
also the way it could also be the way Brennan's lover died by like using his signet like and
Yeah.
could be like like kind of like a irreversible death because it's like literally like using your energy until you die.
Mhm.
Yeah.
'cause
It wasn't like a physical like death. Like Jack was
Yeah.
like crushed to death, and that's like something that can be put back together theoretically.
Yeah, because he died a magical death, technically speaking.
Oh,
So it
yeah.
could be that. I mean, we don't know. I hope they answer this question,
Mhm.
but it could be explained like maybe because it was like the siphoning, like he basically gave all his energy to Brennan. Like that's what like it's irreversible in a sense.
Yeah. I mean, I
Or
guess it
just
makes
like
sense. Like,
that no one thought it could. He maybe wouldn't have thought that it was possible because this is the first time it's ever happened too.
Mm. And also, it could be not completely just mending. It could be like they have some special voodoo magic that they're doing back there.
Yeah.
yeah, because the Jack that came back is definitely not the Jack that left.
At
Oh
least
yeah, dude.
mentally. Yeah.
Why is this dude so nice now?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a
exactly.
little too nice, But I am hoping he is
Yeah.
a changed man. I mean, I
Yeah,
definitely
he
get
met
it.
his maker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see how
I
that
hope
happened.
he actually has like like he's actually taking the second chance thing for real.
Mm-hmm.
But I still don't trust him. There's no way I can trust him.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on to chapter 20. Oh wait, were we in 25?
Yeah, I don't have anything for
We
26.
we
right?
ended 20.
Oh.
Yeah, 26 is when
26,
Violet
he runs away.
like rushes
Oh, it just runs out, yeah.
to Athabine or
Just-
whatever.
Yeah.
Who thought that Devera gave the clue to Violet by like scratching the left side of her neck? I just thought that she was itchy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be for
You know-
real. Like I like what? How did she pick up on that?
Wait, was the
Yeah,
professor
like-
making
She
eye
looked-
contact with
He
Violet?
looked her in the eye.
Yeah, that's probably how.
Oh yeah,
She
yeah,
was.
yeah. You're right. Eye contact and then scratch it. I guess yeah, and specifically when she's talking about like one was injured and then look at her and scratch neck. Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. She seems
And I
cool,
mean,
that
she
professor. I
was
hope
right.
she's
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, she was right. I
but
would
that
have.
head, but that head scribe a bitch.
Yeah, but that was Violet's favorite teacher though, because he was like the scribe teacher.
Yeah, growing up,
Mhm.
Violet was like his star pupil.
Yeah.
Markham?
Yeah,
Markham,
Markham.
Mhm.
yeah.
But now she's
Yeah.
like, oh, since this guy's been hiding shit, like I can't trust him.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't. The only scribe I trust is Jesenia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the guy that
Anybody
slept.
else?
The
The-
guy,
who?
the scribe on
the
watch that
scribes-
keeps falling asleep.
Yeah.
Bro, it's not the
MVP.
scribe quadrant.
Literally,
it's the op
their
quadrant.
plan would not have worked if that guy wasn't known to be asleep at his post all the time. That's so funny.
Oh,
Anyway, that's skipping ahead. Okay, and then 27 when she lands at Athabine, right?
And Athabine,
Samara.
and of
Samara,
fucking
yeah.
course,
Samara,
Zayden
yeah.
is fine and shirtless wrestling with Garrick.
Yeah,
yeah.
and I said it was.
As he does.
I said it was cute. Zayden was getting jealous that Violet was wearing someone else's flight jacket. Very cute.
Bodhi's
I know
flight
it's Bodhi's.
jacket.
Yeah, because he clearly
cousin,
wasn't
bro.
thinking. Yeah. He's like, still, you know. And then I wrote "Return of the Spice." LOL.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
And
about the
and
spice,
that,
I wrote from root to tip got me cracking
Yo,
up.
yeah. When they mentioned that,
That was such a funny line to read to me.
That's very common fan fiction turn of phrase.
Root
is
to
it?
tip?
I feel
Okay,
like that's very
I'm
like
I'm
that's
not
pretty
reading
like
fanfics
PG.
really.
I think
so.
it's like very PG wording though. I guess the fanfics are.
Oh no,
a bit
yeah,
more,
it's
literal.
it's like a flowery like
Yeah.
smut
Yeah.
language, but
Yeah.
like it's I don't think I've read from root to tip before because I told you like in
No.
Akatar they talk about like unsheathing his sword and shit like that.
Oh
like-
yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, metaphors.
I don't know if
The
they
thing is-
mentioned if Garrick like effed off when they went into the shower room, but I was like, I really hope he's
Or
not
he-
just awkwardly waiting outside the bathing chamber right now.
He's just-
Nah, he
he's-
knows what's going on.
Yeah.
He has a towel around. He's like, I just want to take a shower, guys.
I forgot about
Um,
Garrick actually. Which I mean
Yeah.
makes sense. That Violet definitely was not thinking about him anymore.
No. But
And-
they're like flirting dialogue is so like cringy to me.
Cringe.
It's so hard to read some of it. And I think I like figured out like why I think it annoys me. It's because like it reads like all of the like mid fan fiction I've ever read.
Lol.
Like it's
Yeah.
What a diss.
like it's not like want it to be better for like an actual published book than like it sounds like it was written by like a 15-year-old with a Wattpad account
Yep.
sometimes.
Yeah,
I get it.
it's-
I'm like, oh.
I feel like it's sometimes like they're actually majority of the time their interactions with the actual romance part. I'm just like, I don't need to read all this.
Yeah.
Like, because it's not good. It's like not good interactions. If it was good romance, I'd be all in. But it's such mediocre romance that I'm like,
Like, it's
Yeah.
okay.
get me back to them dragons.
She's missing the yearning part. Like she doesn't write good yearning.
I love the yearning.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even the yearning part where it's like they can't see each other all the time, they did actually like appears a lot for someone who's no longer in the academy anymore.
I mean, but they have to, right? Because like they have to see each other every week or something like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, but
Technically,
she could have written that away. Like she chose to have that.
that's true.
Uh,
You're right.
yeah, so there's like no yearning. Like we see him all the time. So it's like I don't know. I guess I'm just one of the yearning girlies up there.
And then I also noted on the smut, lightning and shadow destruction orgasms be brazy.
What does that mean? Breezy?
Oh, it's just it just means crazy.
Oh.
Oh, and then
But
this is
it's
where
just
the
so
ones
funny when
start.
they come. It's just like everything gets destroyed,
I mean, at this point, everybody's gonna know when they're having sex.
I
right?
feel like
Because
they
there's
already
Yeah,
just
do.
it's like oh,
shadows
they go through.
shooting everywhere and lightning just striking from the
It's
sky.
like oh, there's the lightning again. Guess Violet just finished.
Do you think anyone else has like does like their signet activates when they finish too? Like, do you think that's a thing?
Probably, to be
Probably.
honest, right? I feel like it can get kind of dangerous though with someone
Yeah,
like
that's what I
imagine
was
someone just
thinking.
starts shooting fire like or like you just go sub-zero on them like when you come, that's crazy.
Yo, imagine like being Violet's dad and your woman just like brings a huge storm and you have no power. You're just like,
It starts hurricaning
Yeah.
like your roof
Oh
yeah.
my
just
god.
flies off because there's a hurricane going on
Oh my god.
outside.
Damn.
Oh my
That's
god.
an ego boost.
But
Yeah.
I will say with the imagine a fire and ice one though, and it starts getting steamy because like your powers are like interacting. I will say
Ooh.
that could be
That
kind
sounds
of
yeah,
hot. That'd be kind of hot.
that sounds hot. That should have been their power. But then it would have been to a
That's like
fire and
too.
Honestly.
ice. Too
That's so
cliche.
cheesy. Yeah,
That's so
Yeah.
cliche.
that could be
I
like a
do
side
like that,
story.
like, I like that Zayden's like shadows like put out her lightning or whatever, or
Yeah,
like
they like smother
Yeah.
it.
envelop it so it doesn't actually set shit on fire anymore. I was like, that's fun. I'm like, damn, you're gonna have to put in that much effort every time you have sex just to make sure that you don't like destroy wherever you are.
You think when
Mm,
Rhiannon comes, it's just like objects are like coming to the bed, like
everything
It
disappears.
teleports. Yeah.
It's like random shit. Just like nails start raining down. My only other note for this chapter was again when like Zayden and Violet are just like talking about their feelings and stuff. I'm like
Mm.
they're weird like back and forth of like who's resisting doing what and like for what reason and I'm risking this
oh
thing
my
is
god.
so confusing to me that I like honestly can't keep it all straight anymore. And it's like it's like obviously they're both like supposed to be working towards the same thing in different ways and having like a communication issue, but it's not even in a way that makes sense to like us as a reader.
Mm-hmm.
Like in this kind of conflict, I feel like there's usually like one piece of information or like pieces of information that like each party has that the other party doesn't have, and then when that like information is confessed, then they come to an understanding of each other's motives. But
Yeah.
to me, it seems like they both always have had all of the information, and that they're just choosing not to understand each other.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
It's
I will say
like
I
it's
feel like it's
confusing to me.
a
So.
lot of it is Violet. Because what else could Zeta do at this point, really? Because he can't tell her, like literally, because he's leading a rebellion, and Violet's being Violet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I just feel like as a like that this is supposed to be the conflict in the romance, like is so confusing for the reader. Like I don't understand what like the resolution is.
They
Yeah,
fuck and then they make
eventually,
up. What do you mean?
yeah.
That's the resolution.
I'm like, do they eventually they just give up on like not being in love with each other or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I
I-
think the things that are keeping them apart are kind of dumb.
yeah, 100% agree.
Like,
Yeah.
I think it's that for a lot of romance that need to like have a conflict, and
Mhm.
miscommunication is the conflict they decide on. But this particular miscommunication, I think, is so dumb that even the characters themselves have pointed it out.
But
That's
like,
true.
I don't.
Yeah,
It doesn't even feel to me like they're miscommunicating.
They just
Like,
talk
I
weird.
feel like they both understand what the other person's like motivation for keeping secrets or not is, and they're just like choosing not to
yeah. I don't think it's
resolve the
miscommunication.
conflict.
I think it's just they're both stubborn. Like that's like all it is, and they just. I don't think they can really communicate any more than they already have. Because what is there to communicate, like that they
Yeah,
haven't
they're talking
already?
about this all the time.
I know. This art. I mean, I think they're relatively fine now, at least.
Mm-hmm.
They just
Yeah,
needed to have this explosive sexual experience, and apparently everything's cool.
yeah. And she's like, "Oh, now finally he's not asking for my permission." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, she was mad about consent." Okay, Violet. Damn.
Yeah, I think they're just
Like, I
bad at
don't
communicating with each other.
understand.
But you know whose
But they
dialogue
are
isn't bad?
communicating all the time.
Tarns.
So, yeah,
And
that's why he's so annoyed with them.
just has to listen to this stubborn, annoying 20-year-old all the time and her dumb problems that she like could easily resolve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, so they fuck and now they're like kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah. So then I
Yeah.
wrote my last note for this chapter was Violet would take revolution activities over having sex. She would be kind of the nerd to do that.
It's like, yes, secrets. Finally. All right, so they
28, I had
go.
nothing except Tarn just being funny.
Time being funny.
Mhm.
We get to see Sirena did live from the OG drift they fought with at Resin.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And we also get to see
Catriona.
Satan's ex, Catriona.
Yeah.
Oof, the tea. Why am I more invested in that than like anything else right now?
Yeah, what does Catriona look like? Catriona fan art.
They like
Okay, I
described her
should
as looking
also.
like young.
She's pale with
Once
black
again,
hair.
I really have to specify I'm talking about Iron Flame. I got a random fan art for some random girl I don't know.
She seems like long
It's,
black hair.
She looks
it's
like
like
what I imagine
pale black
cat.
hair.
She actually looks like what I
Katniss
imagine
Everdeen.
Katniss Everdeen looking like.
Yeah. She looks like Katniss Everdeen.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. But she's supposed to be like so beautiful.
Yeah.
Is that how Violet described her when she was like looking at her?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But also, this is kind of a sidebar. I saw what like a size comparison of like the like perspective of how big the dragons are to people. It makes no sense
Huh?
how they ride on their
No?
backs.
How big are they?
They're giant. Like, and Adarna is significantly smaller than Terran and Scalar.
Yeah. That's why he can like harness her.
But Terran, let me see if I can find. I'll try finding
How
a
many
picture.
stories?
Yeah,
Terran
story stuff.
size.
Well, I guess I thought I imagined these dragons as being pretty large.
No, I imagine them being pretty large, but I was imagining them kind of like How to Train Your Dragon large at
Oh
most.
no,
Like
I
the
was thinking
average
like
dragon.
full on like smog level dragon from like
Maybe
big
I was
dragon.
being influenced too much about because I watched How to Train
How to
Your
Train Your
Dragon.
Dragon.
I was thinking How to Train Your Dragon, but make them a little bigger. But I don't get how they ride on their backs, like in my head, or like the
Very
way she
hard.
describes. No, like the way she describes them riding doesn't fit with the size. Because I think because like in Game of Thrones, like those dragons are significantly bigger than Daenerys. So she rides in a specific like kind of like almost like lying down in a sense. You're not really
Yeah.
sitting, but they describe them as being like saddled in. and it doesn't make any sense if the size of the dragon
I
is
guess
that
there's like
big.
they said there's like some ridge or like bone that's back there, and that's what they like the pommel scales. That's what she keeps like describing it. I
Yeah,
don't
but
really know what that is, to be
it,
honest, but
I feel, oh yeah, I guess it just doesn't make sense to me.
yeah, I need to see. You know, instead of having a map, we need to see an illustration of how to properly be seated on a dragon.
Yeah. Well, it just seems impossible that they the rest of them do it without harnesses, like in general.
Yeah,
Like and the
that was
dragon
my
like
point. Is
flies upside down or whatever,
Yeah, I
and you're
think
just
Violet's just
squeezing real
small, you
hard
know.
with your legs.
Violet's
yeah,
small
because
and
they
fragile.
explained that they have to have like really strong like leg muscles so that they can grip in. I'm like, but if it's that wide, what are you gripping? You're basically
Yeah.
split in a split. Like, how are you gripping? It
And if they
doesn't
like
make
go
any
upside
sense.
down, you're holding on by squeezing your thighs. Like I don't think so.
Like if it was like there was like you're more like horse saddled, I think you might be able to if you're also gripping with your hands on like the pommel thing. Going upside down, maybe not for an extended period of time, but I think they could do it. But because they're so wide and your legs would have to essentially be almost at full split, there's no way you can grip properly with your thighs like that.
They got some strong thighs.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, I guess there's just
chapter.
some sort of anatomical section for it.
Anything else for chapter 28?
No, it was pretty short, I think, and yeah, it was just mostly talking about Catriona, and I was happy that
Yeah.
Sirena was still alive.
Yeah. So the chapter intro blurb for 29, I wrote, Violet straight up risked execution for going AWOL. Like, did she not know that she could just straight up be like killed
Yeah.
on sight as soon as she gets back to school? Like, what? But
Yeah,
that
I
was
don't.
dumb.
That's again. I don't think she's very clever.
Yeah.
Not only because of
Well,
that, but also
To be
because
fair, technically, you could still be clever and kind of dumb.
Well, and she was overwhelmed by Taryn's
Yeah.
emotion. Like she couldn't shield him properly.
Yeah.
So she couldn't actually make rational decisions. But also, I think it was kind of her.
Yeah.
And no, it's definitely a lot her. I don't think it's all Taryn the way that like she's using it as the excuse.
but also bringing one of the daggers with her when she literally knows that she's may get court-martialed.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
And that
yeah,
she
that was
gets
so
searched every
stupid.
That
time.
was so stupid.
So stupid. She didn't think that she was gonna get searched when she got back.
Mhm.
Like, did she? I feel like I would have assumed as soon as I land, I'm getting searched.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
And it happens to her every single time. Like she should
Yeah.
know. I would have just left it with Taryn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
not surprising because it's Violet.
But luckily,
Yeah.
Rhiannon's there to save her and expand her power.
Rhiannon leveled up.
Mm-hmm. Level up. Now she gets to talk to her friends.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
finally, they
Oh,
tell.
we gotta.
I mean, I understood where she was coming from, but all this time that she was keeping secrets from her friends, I was like, don't you see how hypocritical it is that you're mad at Xaden for doing exactly what you're doing to your friends?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still mad at Xaden for doing
Yeah.
what you're
And then when
currently
her
doing?
friends were just like so chill about it, I was like, yeah, feels bad, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like, why couldn't you be
Yes.
so this chill to
You
Xaden?
see how other people are cool and understand things about how it's important to keep secrets sometimes.
Yeah, this is just Violet being Violet.
Taryn was shitting on the 21-year-olds. He's like forced to bear witness to the awkwardness that is 21-year-old humans. So we know that he is completely fed up with their shenanigans.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
also did like kind of like dote on Violet. He's like, I'll handle it. He's like, don't worry, I got you. Even though he was grumpy
Yeah, he's like the
in his
cool
own
dad.
grumpy way.
Mm-hmm.
And we also learned that Professor Emeterio and Kaori think like Xaden
Yeah.
and Violet are like the number ones in their lives or whatever.
The favorite students. I mean, they are
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
students. They are like, Violet is, apparently very smart, and Xaden is just like good at what he does. So.
And Xaden also is, I think, supposed to be like very, very smart too.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
and what like the best fighter with like probably one of the best signets.
Yep.
He's like
Yeah.
an all-around like perfect guy. He's hot. He got power. He's smart.
He's charismatic.
Charismatic.
Dang,
Indecent,
what does Violet
Intimidating.
indecent
have?
arms.
Indecent.
But his one downfall is his terrible taste in women.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's his only
Yeah.
downfall. Is
The only.
he likes Violet?
Yeah. But I feel like it kind of makes sense for Emetario to be invested in Violet because, like, she did have the most significant growth, like, in his class, which is the
Mm.
fighting class. I feel like
Yeah.
if you watch a student who is so bad, like, become successful, you, like, grow an attachment to them. So that makes
Yeah,
sense. And
that would make sense. And Zayden
and-
too, because he technically took care of Zayden.
yeah, and
for-
Dane's just good at his class, so he
yeah.
would like that. Yeah, and Cowdy, like, is
Oh,
probably interested in her dragon shit.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, because he's the one
Um,
who trains her Signet, right?
I thought that
No,
was
Car.
Car.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Car. Fuck, you're right. Who's Car?
Emetario does the
He's
fights,
the dragons
challenges.
professor, though.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So he's, like, interested in dragons. And, like, I think she probably knows a lot of the professors just from living there, I would
Mhm.
assume.
Yeah. They all know her. I don't know like how close she was, but they all definitely at least like know her to an extent, like
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah, also because she's just
Mhm.
the general's daughter. So
Yeah.
I thought it was
And
funny we
Cowdy
finally
just
got
seems chill.
professor interactions and more personalities because we didn't really get too much like personalities fleshed
Mhm.
out from the professors besides like the few sentences they get when Violet's in class. But I thought it was funny when
Yeah.
Kaori was like, "No, I just think you abuse your power in general."
Yeah.
It was a
Sticky
reply.
burn.
Yeah, it's like sick noise.
I am happy that no other adult likes Varys.
Yeah, at
either.
least they're not
like,
being like,
no one
Yeah.
fucks with this dude except for maybe Dane's dad.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
because even Dane doesn't fuck with him. So I don't
Mhm.
think anyone likes Varys. But he did. Wait, was it here where they made an interesting comp? Which chapter does Varys make a point about being? Oh, it was this chapter about like them like not. What was it? Sometimes humans can influence their dragons.
Oh,
like
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
interesting. I'm like, I wonder how true that is, or if he's just talking some bullshit.
No, but
Because I
think
would believe that too.
someone said like, "Oh, so then if that's true, like, does that mean you you
Yeah.
influenced Solus
Like,
to
made
torch
Solus-
half of the like the
Yeah.
ring?
Yeah.
Like what?"
That was Cowdy's clapback. That was
Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
his clapback. But I am wondering if he's actually being serious.
Mhm.
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if he was. He's such a twisted dude. Like,
Especially since he had some kind of, like, torture mind control related signet.
yeah.
It's possible that he maybe has, like, some kind of influence power. Or that,
Mm.
like, maybe the military is investigating that so that they have more control over dragons.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Honestly, if I was the dragons, bro, I would torch all of those up. Like,
Yeah.
how do they even trust them? Like, in
Yeah, I
any
still-
capacity.
I still don't know why the dragons fully need the humans to like protect the war, like the veil.
Because dragons can't use magic.
But they have fire.
But the fire is not effective against venom.
Mm-hmm.
So
They
they
need
need the
the, like,
wards.
wards.
And the wards can only be done with a dragon and a rider. Because you need like magic to channeled magic to do it. So I get like to an extent why they deal with them because they kind of need them with the venom threat. But like you don't need all of them. Like some of them I feel like are a detriment to the
For all the last 600 years, there's been venom.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's just
Then
I think
how
the
do they
venom have
keep
gotten
the
so
secret?
powerful. I think they knew venom existed. I think this is just like kind of like what I think. I think they knew venom. They like weakened them significantly back in like that OG war.
Mhm.
But I think they just finally like recouped and like are attacking heavily now though.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
was like, how can they keep this secret for 600 years?
Because they did wipe them out, or like
Yeah.
almost wipe them
And-
out, basically.
But it
And
makes more sense that they're coming back stronger than ever.
Yeah. Maybe they even thought they wiped them out completely, but like just in case they like maintain relations with humans too. I don't know.
Mm.
I'm leaning more towards that they like got rid of most of them, but they knew there probably were still some out there, so they had to maintain the relationship in the event that essentially what's happening now
Yeah, that
happens.
makes more sense. Because, like, humans would be excellent food for dragons.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're bigger than. Wait, what do they eat, actually?
Goats,
Like
How do they
cattle
keep
and
them
stuff.
fed?
Yeah.
like livestock, I would assume.
I think in the like Vale they have like animals, livestock and things.
Because they gotta feed a lot of dragons. Anyway,
Lore that we probably won't get from the author. But I do want to know about the venom thing and like I guess if we ever find out what the
we need one of
government's
like
reasoning
what
was.
is this? We need like a Cimmerillion whatever, like Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
Like
just a
give me some
bunch of
lore.
lore drop.
Lore
yeah, I
only.
just want lore. Please,
Because I feel the world is so interesting, but Violet makes me hate it a little bit.
Yeah, the world.
She talks
and
about
like it's so
the
interesting.
non-interesting parts.
Yeah, like I don't care about your relationship, Violet. Like, I mean, I care about Satan, but I don't really care about the relationship right now. But I do care about the lore, and I think that there's some plot holes, but they can easily be patched.
Yeah.
With some more detailed editors. I don't know. But
An editor.
Yeah, like
I'm hoping that the next book
has an editor,
or even like later in this book has an editor. Or if they already have one, a better one.
Like, remember when in the last book they would talk about the dragon lines and like, oh, Tenor comes from the line of blah blah blah, and I'm like, well, who the fuck is that dragon? I want to know about that line.
Yeah. I want to read Professor Coyote's book on dragonkind that we get like excerpts from. Just like publish that whole book.
That's some easy money right there. Rebecca Yarros can't thank us for the suggestion.
Yeah, except for I want someone else to write it because
well, it's not dialogue, so I think she could be okay.
Her writing style, I don't think.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
All
Be
right.
right back. You guys can continue talking though.
Okay, yeah, we're on chapter 30 now, so. I know we were talking about this before when she spills the beans to her friends, but I'm like, I said I'm kind of mixed on telling her friends everything because she just like literally spilled everything, and I'm like, I don't think she should have told them all of it at once like that, but yeah. And then I also said,
it's in the next chapter, like we find out that Rhiannon told her girlfriend.
No,
those Imogen
tells the girlfriend, Imogen's girlfriend.
Quinn.
Oh, Imogen tells her
friend.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows.
I thought it was Rhi who told. Never mind.
No, her girlfriend's in like a different squad. I think a different whatever wing. Or her, I don't know if it's her girlfriend, but her sometimes lover,
her roommate.
Yeah, they were roommates.
Her gal pal.
Yeah. Okay, but my thing about like her telling her friends is that like I think that the responsible thing to do would have been to preface that and give her friends like the choice of whether or not they will find out this information. Like I would have wanted to express the like gravity of the information that I'm about to reveal before you just like tell somebody.
Did she do that though? I feel like she did.
No, she just talks.
Oh. Dang, I'm like imagining a better Violet in my head.
She just says it's for killing venom and then tells them everything. But I feel like I would have been like, all right, I can tell you this thing, but like it's really dangerous for you and for a lot of people. So like if you don't want to know, you like leave, you know? And to be like, you have to be able to shield this information from Dane. Like I would have started with that because what if they all know it and then not, and now everyone's just vulnerable and they already know? You know, I would have started with like, we got to learn how to keep our shields up all the time.
Yep.
For this very important information.
I think it's very different to say, oh, these daggers are for killing venom and just leave it at that, than to say these daggers are for killing venom. And also, when I went to Abathine, like there were venom and we killed some, and that's how Liam died. And
government's holding secrets
and
and
government
Mm-hmm.
and the government's holding secrets. So all this time, like there's a pretty big difference between just being honest about what the dagger's for, and then explaining everything surrounding uh the venom. But oh well, she is yet again very clever. I'm sure that
Clever in
uh
quotations.
yes.
What I miss? What I miss?
We were
We're just talking
talking
about how
about.
clever Violet is.
Well, that's
just shitting on
sarcasm.
Violet.
Nah, but how she
To be
tells her
fair,
friends.
she has her clever moments, but
So
she
does
They're
Jake.
just
also has
moments.
way more. She has way more dumbass moments.
Yeah. Yeah, but we were talking about
Yeah, and
how
the
she
grand
spills the beans to her friends like pretty like it's like all at once kind of way rather than I don't know, like keeping some parts secret. I guess she is keeping some parts, I guess, redacted, but like she just like went all in. It's like, all right, guys, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna tell you everything about this. That's what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
And just like with no, I feel like there are precautions she could have taken
Yeah,
before
for
she
sure.
said everything.
Mm-hmm.
she could have also trickled the information just to make sure that they're like they're gonna end up being trustworthy because this is that kind of book. But imagine if one of them was a traitor,
Yeah.
That
and
could still
you
happen in
just
this
told them
book.
everything. Yeah, it could still
Also, they were
happen.
in
And
Rhiannon's room, which isn't even warded. They could have at
I
least
thought
gone to
that too.
Violet's room that's soundproof. I was like, what if someone's outside the door?
Yeah, well, yo, what if Jack Barlow's just like has his ear on the door? Like what? There's so many things that could have gone wrong, but it's not going to because it's that kind of book, like you said. But like, it's just so many holes that just like are just probably not gonna.
It's just like this secret is so important that you don't tell your friends for months and months and months. You put all this pressure on yourself to lie about it. And then when you finally reveal it, you do it with like no care for the actual secret
Mm-hmm.
and like all of the importance of it. You just do it so like flippantly after spending so much time like struggling over how important the secret is.
yeah, it was kind of anticlimactic after reading her being
Yeah,
feeling terrible about it, and it's just like, yep, so that's all.
I do
That's
find it
some
funny too, though, that when she told Rhiannon and her friends, she got Imogen to tell Quinn.
Yeah, we
yes.
mentioned that.
We're like we're all like accomplices now in
Yeah.
sharing secrets.
Yeah, I had thought that it was Rhiannon who told her girlfriend, but no, I was wrong. It was Imogen. I wonder how like happy Xaden's gonna feel about this when he finds out. Oh wait,
He finds out already.
He finds out
oh he
in
finds
30
out. I
in
forgot.
chapter 32.
Oh, that's the one that we skimmed.
Or he finds out, yeah, it's in 32. Or technically 31, but they talk about it a little more in 32.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I skimmed that part.
All right, we can go to 31
Um,
was when she gets attacked in the turret
Yeah,
area.
Aya gets murked.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
by
real. I
these-
did not remember
Oh,
Aya at all. That she was a marked one or that she was at Reston with them. So I had no clue
I
who
didn't
she
remember
was.
her.
Aya was the one that she kind of became closer friends with after she almost burned out from Varish.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I recognized her
yeah.
name, but I didn't really
Yeah,
remember.
I had to also think about it when I read her name. I'm like, wait, who was she again? It was like, oh
Yeah,
wait, she was.
I didn't
Yeah, she's
remember
the one who
either.
helped Violet not die,
Hmm.
basically.
Mm.
And now she
But also-
did it.
Yeah.
Also, when
I was
they
actually not super
go ahead.
surprised that it was Jack who saved her.
You weren't?
Yeah,
Wow.
because I was like, he's not that evil anymore.
That's true. He's a good boy now.
I
He's a
hope he
good boy
stays
now
that
for
way.
reasons we don't know.
For reasons that I still don't understand. Like, what's going on? Like, did something in his brain change when he got mended back to life or whatever? Like,
Yeah,
what
no one has
happened?
the
And he
ability to
kinda-
change personalities too.
Yeah.
He mends people.
And he kind of mentions that he met the god of death, right? Like, is that
Yeah.
Mhm.
Was he
did
being
he actually
metaphorical?
die? I don't know.
I
Like,
think
is he?
so. Or like in the way that
assumed
people like
metaphorical,
see
but also
God.
it's kind of a
when they get
magic
to it.
world, so it could be literal
Yeah,
too. To be fair,
That's true.
We don't know. I think. I hope we find out. Hopefully.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I also want to know more about these gods. Like, everyone just keeps mentioning them, but I can't even keep them straight. Like, Who are they? What's
Yeah.
the religion of
I feel like
Navarre?
sometimes they'll also just name drop a new god, and I'm like, okay.
yes.
Yeah, I remember Malik because they talk about him a lot.
Yeah,
Because
Malik is
death.
the god of death,
Mm-hmm.
and they always have to
Dune,
like
I think,
burn.
is war,
Dune, right?
and yeah, Dunne, and then Zainal is something else that I don't
There was like a
remember.
fortune one too, right? Gods of
Yeah, like
fourth one. Zinal is the god of luck. That's what I was thinking.
luck.
And Amari is the queen of the gods. Actually, only 4 gods have been name dropped apparently.
I don't know. I feel like gods should be a bigger part of the story if people truly believe in them. But
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if they do.
I don't
We
know if
don't ever hear
it's-
about them like doing worship or anything.
Yeah,
Maybe
they kind of
this
just
is-
do like the burning thing for death, but like that's the only real like ritualistic stuff we kind of hear about. So maybe it's not that big of a deal in their society.
Or
Like,
like,
it's
I don't, it feels a little bit more of like a cultural aspect versus like a religious aspect. Like I'm sure there are like
Yeah.
religious people, but it feels like kind of for like the general population that aren't super religious. It's just more of like a cultural thing.
They are a secular
Greek gods and
society.
stuff.
yeah, and they talk all about these festivals and like at least in the chapter where they mentioned the sacrifices they had to make to unify. There's like folklore and festivals and things
Yeah.
like that, but we don't see any.
Well, it was lost in the unification. The Tirith knots were
Yeah.
lost.
Now they only
Yeah.
they only got Christmas and Easter now.
Damn.
They're Christmas and Easter churchgoers only.
Yeah. But anyway.
Oh, this section, before Violet gets attacked, when they get that like message from Jesenia and someone has to go, but they're like deciding who's gonna go, and it's like Violet can't go and Riddock's gonna like go in her place. I thought they were gonna kill Riddock. I thought that was gonna be like
100%. We were gonna. It was a setup. 100%.
Yeah, I was so upset because I really like him.
Me too.
Really bad.
I was like, damn, you kill Liam, now you killing Riddick, bro. It's like I was getting
and
heated.
then when Violet got attacked, I was like, oh, thank God. It's just Violet.
Yeah, because Violet has plot armor. I don't think Riddick has plot armor.
He does not have plot armor.
No.
I was like, you can't kill the comic relief this early, guys.
Yeah,
you can't
we
kill
need
the
that.
comic relief.
No. Like, what are we gonna do? He's the only person with good lines in this book. He's the only funny character.
Yeah, that's true. 32. Oh, I wrote Eric and Zayden starting instant drama in Violet's room. LOL. They got mad beef.
Kind of makes sense though.
And Zayden is Angie at Violet for telling secrets.
Yeah.
And Imogen technically, but mostly Violet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that part.
I thought it was funny that
And then
Eric
also-
only agreed
also,
because
I
he was going to stick it to his dad, though. Like, that was the only reason.
Yeah.
Sticking it to his dad is more important than not
But yeah, I hate
cooperating
my
with
dad.
Zayden, so.
His beef with his dad is greater than all his beef with Zayden.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But also, another moment where I was like, why is she gotta be so goddamn horny? That she was like ready to just say fuck this heist just to fuck. And I was like, this is so stupid. I was like, it's such an unnecessary thing to include. I was like, this another like clever moment for Violet.
Yeah, file that under clever, guys.
Oh my god, we should keep a clever-o-meter for Violet at this point.
The clever counter.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I think 32 was kind of short, right? It was just like them.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
and
them
we just
getting
we learn about the Eric beef with Zayden. Zayden killed his brother apparently.
Yeah. Who's an
So
asshole?
though, I feel like Zayden was completely in the right. I believe everything Zayden said. This dude's probably the biggest ass. I feel like he was like a Barlow type, like, but like he's a prince too. Like, there's no way that's a good mix.
Yeah. It seems like it was probably fine.
Yeah, Eric seems pretty
seems
chill
funny.
though.
What's his real name? Something with a C?
Cam.
Um,
But
Okay.
it was funny though, like when they pointed out that like Imogen was like, is like, oh, I thought you hated all Marvel. He's like, no. It's like, why would I have a problem with you guys? I just hate Zayden.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. To be fair, Zayden killed his brother. That's fair.
Yeah, it's fair why he hates him.
33, the last one. So I wrote on when they were describing like how the archives are warded, and they said, yeah, they're not compatible with life. I'm like, that's a very metal phrase. I like that.
Not compatible with life. I feel like it reminds me of there's like I can't remember. There's like probably several, but some like heist movie that I've seen where they have to like steal something from a vault, like book room, and it's the same thing where like all the oxygen is removed. That's the
Yeah.
like fail safe thing. So it's in the case of like fire for the books,
Yeah.
and then
That
they're
makes
like gonna
sense.
get trapped in there.
That's
And I'm
cool.
like, ooh, heist
Not
movie.
compatible with life.
Yeah.
When Zayden had to knock the guard out a second time, I imagine it like comedically. I was like, I just imagine the guard coming to for a split second before Zayden just like bonks him in the head again. Like
just straight up knocks him out again. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was laughing. I was like, Zayden giving these guards brain damage.
yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
these guards are gonna wake up just like not knowing who they are anymore.
No, but I think Imogen
I
wiped
like
their
that he
memory.
brought wine.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
fake it. That was smart.
Satan brought wine, so they'll wake up and then just be like, I was drinking."
On the job.
They'll have no memory of like bringing it, but be like, I guess I was just slacking. I don't know.
That's all I had for this chapter, and then I'm like, oh, we're so good at ending on huge cliffhangers, aren't we, fam? That's what I wrote. I did
Yeah,
not
no,
peek in.
OMG, Eric and Zayden still inside.
Oh my god! Wait, was it? They're still inside. I thought Violet was hauling. Zayden was hauling Violet in out.
No, he
Violet runs through first.
runs through first. He's holding the door open, Zayden. And Eric was the last one behind Zayden while Zayden was holding the door.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, they're not gonna make it.
Doorway.
Yeah, they're like, they're not gonna make it.
Dang. Yeah. Now I gotta read the next chapter soon.
Find out next week on Dragon Ball Z.
To be continued. I'll be the
So up to what chapter will the next one be? I put 46 because it kind of goes to like 450-ish.
Okay. 46.
Let me double check. 46 goes to 444. So maybe
probably we're kind of doing 250 pages per.
Yeah, so maybe I don't know, maybe
yeah.
47 then, because 47 is 452. Wait, 250 pages? Is that what we're doing? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just 250 in my ebook. So it will.
Yeah, that's right, because it's 600 total.
600.
150.
150.
The end of chapter 48.
Crest.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go through 48.
Yeah.
Up to 48. Okay, yeah.
No, through 48 or through 42. Like, what are we reading to? Or
through
reading?
what? Through 46 is up to 450 pages.
Yeah.
So okay, so we should read through 46.
34 to 46.
Okay.
34 to 46.
Writing it down.
Because 47 is 452.
Wait, so through 46, not 48.
Yes, through 46.
Yeah, so read 46 and then stop.
Yeah. I will be reading this tonight.
Yeah, at least the next chapter.
At the very least, the next chapter, because I gotta know. Like, I mean, I know technically like what I really want to know, but I just need to know how this heist ends.
Yes. Yeah, I need closure.
Yeah, I also need to reread the last 2 chapters. Skip through them.
So when's next availability for peeps?
Let me check my calendar. I don't think I definitely can't do next weekend.
Yeah, Mother's Day.
Yeah, it's Mother's Day, and I'll be in Jersey, I think, from Friday night.
What about
I guess I could always
the 19th?
I guess I could always go on my phone, but like let's give it more time.
Yeah, 19th?
Let me calendar.
19th, I'm coming back from a wedding.
Oh, okay. Let me pull up the how about it.
The 26th, I'm good though.
Mm,
It's Memorial Day weekend though. I don't know
oh,
if y'all have
we
plans.
yeah, I thought we were doing something Memorial Day weekend.
Oh,
Are
we
we
are.
going to the beach with
Beach,
your
let's get
friend
away.
from Finland or something
Oh yeah, that's on maybe
on the
Saturday
Monday? Oh, Saturday.
because she leaves on Sunday
I could
before
do
Memorial
the
Day.
18th, but I will be it'll have to be like a nighttime one because I'll be out with my fam during the day.
Andrea's at the wedding that weekend,
Oh,
right?
holy amazing. Okay.
We.
I mean, I could do next Sunday, but you said, Louis, you're not home.
I mean, I could join on my phone and like talk like that. I don't because I don't actually, do I have a laptop still?
But you're probably like
I don't
doing
know.
stuff with your family, right? I don't know what a good time would be.
Oh no, yeah, it would have to be probably later. I can ask my mom what time Mother's Day plans are and if I can get home like at a certain time. But
Well,
'cause
would
I
we be
think
free on the Saturday so it's not on Mother's Day?
oh, Saturday, yeah, I could do. I'll just join in Discord through my phone though. I won't have my
Yeah, that's
nice
what I've been
mic,
doing.
unfortunately.
Saturday, my family's coming over to celebrate Mother's Day, but
Oh,
I don't know what time.
Yeah, let me see also like
I
just
could
let me ask
probably
my
do like
mom.
noon because like usually we're just like eating at that time, so we're not like doing much else. Yeah, yeah, I'm free Saturday. I'll say okay Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday I'm not doing anything. I'll just be in Jersey.
Okay, does that work for
Actually, I'll
everyone
probably have
else?
like birthday stuff. I think my parents want to do like post birthday dinner stuff, but during the day for sure I'll be free.
Nice.
okay. Andrea, does that work for you? Saturday,
Wait, which Saturday? The 25th?
the 11th,
The 11th?
Like this
this
Saturday.
Saturday.
Do you have enough time to read the book with your schedule?
Yeah, that's true.
I should be able to. Yeah, I'll try. If not, it's fine. I can just get skim.
I mean, we could if we
can move it.
don't mind doing it later, we could do
I
like
am working Saturday though.
Oh, you're working that day? Wait, then you can't join, right? Because you'll be working.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be working. I get out like maybe at. Well, actually, I don't know. It depends on how busy the CQ is. Might be out at 4.
Okay, so probably not because Lewis has dinner stuff.
I mean, if we do it a little bit later, because we eat dinner pretty early, like 5 to 6, and we eat quick.
I have dinner stuff. I can't do
From
Saturday
5 to
evening.
5:15 is
Oh
dinner.
wait, you can't do Saturday evening.
Yeah,
I
well, because
forgot.
my family's coming over, so we'll probably be eating and stuff.
Let
Hmm.
I'm seeing. I think Mother's Day plans are lunch. I'll see. I don't.
What about?
But it's probably gonna last like a while. I don't know if I'd get home until like 7 or 8 or something on Sunday, at the earliest.
Mm-hmm.
What about the 25th? I guess.
Yeah.
That would be the only other weekend, I guess. Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, I'm down. I mean, can't we also do it during the week? Oh wait, never mind. That's
We
not gonna
can
work,
in the
is it?
evenings. Oh wait, no, but Ren's working, right?
I mean, I'll
Ren
be
works.
working,
Yeah,
which like sometimes maybe is fine and sometimes isn't, but I
but it's not
won't
something we
know.
can like rely on.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
on the
can't
day.
plan.
Yeah. All right. How about the 25th?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll be in Jersey,
Fine
but I
for
can just
me.
bring my laptop.
All right. Like noonish.
Yeah, around this 1 p.m. ish.
Mm-hmm.
You don't work 25th, Andrea?
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 25th, I'm fine. I don't have anything on my calendar.
Okay, we'll make it for that.
Cool.
Yay. Final
25th.
day. I mean, no,
Damn.
sorry. We have one more after that one.
Yes.
And what time did
I
we
don't.
want to say? Noon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that works for
Okay.
me.
I'll put it in the thing.
Okay, my Twitch bio is updated with the next thing.
Damn, planning these things are hard.
You know.
Alright.
May is a busy month, apparently.
Put it in the chat.
All right,
here
I got
too.
it.
So we are chapters 34 through 46.
Nice.
Okay.
I also did ask
Thank-
my mom about Mother's Day, and she said probably wouldn't be able to like be back in New York until like 9.
That's okay.
Mm.
Alrighty, sounds like a plan.
Alrighty,
Who's
y'all.
barking?
Both of them.
Really? As it dinner time for them?
Boys.
No, they just slept the whole afternoon, so now they're ready to play.
Nice. They're up.
They're no, they're also discussing Violet's cleverness.
Yeah,
Yeah. Jeez.
they disagree very intensely.
Wow.
They're
Who's on
arguing.
whose side?
She's clever. No, she's not.
But all right, y'all.
See you in
y'all
3
around.
weeks.
Alrighty. See you then. Bye.
Bye.
I